first up, the Knot Station right up ahead. Apparently, yeah, you shouldn't play like jump things or like ramps and stuff. Like, because your stuff takes damage. Uh-oh. Out of the way, porters. I feel like they're like the villagers in Minecraft. You better move it. You better move it. Alright. I love how the monorail is like automatically doing its own thing now. I don't know if that's just a visual element or if it's actually bringing materials back. I wonder.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Allow me to review the order data.
My brother just sent me a message.
Good. I'm not seeing any significant damage.
So if you don't know plumbing, so you know they bought this place a year ago, and it's a very big expansion for them. But it's an older house. The big reason they moved there was because it had this might not mean anything to some people, but it has what's known as a USDA certified facility for cattle. So the United States Department of Agriculture certified the barn as a feeding facility for cattle production, which means for them, that allowed them to go from just having a bunch of cattle out on pasture to be able to having cattle on pasture and to also have a processing facility and a feeding facility where they can now process many hundreds more cattle and also take them from the pasture and put them into a barn where they can then feed them grain to fatten them up prior to selling them, which increases revenue and all this. So it was a big step up for them. However, the house on the property is older, like it's a 40 or 50-year-old home, and it was owned by a single family who sold it to my brother and his wife, and they were very old. They were in their 80s and had retired and were moving off to go live with their kids because they're too old to take care of themselves anymore. So they sold them this house. So my brother, when I was staying there last year, were like, the shower's leaking. And he's just now getting around to the point where he's able to work on remodeling things because it's summertime and they're doing remodel projects. And he sends me this video. I know why the shower's leaking now. And if you don't know plumbing, that's okay. But if you look down there, that PVC pipe is not even connected to the shower drain. So every time they take a shower, most of the water goes into the pipe, but the rest of the water just goes around the pipe and just goes wherever underneath. And that's why the water had seeped out. It was hitting the bottom of the shower pan and going out to the edges and just rotting all the wood and everything else. And who knows how long it had been like that, but that's because the previous owners, that's like the fifth video he sent me in 2 days. So they found like when they're painting in the kitchen and they pulled off all the trim around the window, and whoever installed that window, and this is what it is, it's the homeowners who lived there before had no construction knowledge and they just did their own stuff. So they'd been having problems with ants and other insects um, inside of the kitchen. So they pull off the trim around the window, around so kitchen sink window looking out over the front yard. That's the main window in the kitchen over the kitchen sink. So when they pull the trim off, so there's the window frame and then there's the framing for the house. And in between the window frame and the framing of the house was nothing. There's like an inch wide gap all the way around, and all they had in there was some wood shims to keep the frame in place and to keep it level and plumb. There was no insulation at all in the gap around the entire window frame. No spray foam, no insulation, nothing. So all the ants and all the other insects had to do was go behind the trim outside, through that empty space, around the trim on the inside, and they're in your kitchen. No insulation, nothing. Just a wide open gap all the way around the window frame. So it's just like they're doing all this remodel, and like then he was pulling up a floor. No termite damage, thankfully, but there's a ton of water damage to a lot of different places. So there's another floor he was pulling up where there's like water damage on the floor next to the bathroom that we're talking about. And he's pulling up all the wood off the floor thinking it was a hardwood floor. They didn't even do like hardwood floor. It's literally wood siding, tongue and groove wood siding that they installed on a floor. Let me repeat that. Tongue and groove siding, which is built for the exterior of your home. It is not rated for foot traffic. It is rated for being outside on a wall with no foot traffic. They had installed wood siding on a floor. He's been sending me videos the last 2 days, and I can't stop laughing. I can't see if anything got flagged, Transcend. YouTube doesn't show me if something got flagged. Twitch will show me if something gets flagged, but I have no idea. If something didn't go through, it probably got flagged. I don't know why it got flagged though. Oh, my poor brother. It's just, it's
Looks like a
funny, but
dream
also
come
not
true for
funny.
showing up on our doorstep.
Uh,
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
yeah, I don't know why that would have gotten flagged, Transcend. That one went through.
Thank you.
Order completed. Well done.
All right, let's see if there's anything in here to deliver to the. Well, I know I'm going to the Western Observatory, so let's grab a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, Lone Commander, Lone Commander, Lone Commander. Grab it all. I don't care about the musician right now. Alright, this will be down the road to the observatory area, whatever it is, the western thingy, and then we'll take another load back up to the Lone Commander, and that ought to be enough to max me out and get the super awesome sniper rifle. And then I could be done with all of this. And I wonder, I mean, at some point, just for the completionist inside of me, I'm going to want to complete the road to the Lone Commander. Maybe. I made it all the way up there. I might not. We'll see. The thing is I don't know if there's going to be other stuff behind him that road is going to need to connect to. And so I just don't know yet. I do know that once we get the sniper rifle, I'm going to wrap up the Death Stranding 2 stream, take a breakfast break, and then come back and do Awakening. So here in a little while, we will be moving over to the sands of Arrakis because I'm going to go back out in the deep desert today. Well, I got to do a little bit of stuff at the base first, but then we're going to go out in the deep desert. The whole continent's in the game Transcend, as far as I've been able to see off the map. The whole continent of Australia. But I think they've broken it down. Wait, am I mistaken on that? I would need to look at the map again. I could have sworn the whole continent was here. But I think they have it broken down into like regions for the sake of the game. Anyway, Dune. I'm gonna go into the deep desert today specifically because I want to go out to the place where people claim that it's just a bunch of bases and no nodes. I'm going to go take a look at what our server is like today. But to do that, I'm going to have to craft a whole bunch of battery packs and stuff because that's a long trip. Alright, we've got some deliveries here. Chris is cooking something. I don't know what it is. It smells delicious and I am starving.
Still slaving? I'll process your order. We'd already written this off as lost. You've made every...
Oh, we just maxed him out.
I'm running out of ways to thank you, Sam. So I think I'll
Custom
let this token
hologram.
of gratitude do the talking.
A patch for the backpack.
We want to reward you for your service by allowing you to use...
And at some point, I'm going to grab all of his materials.
Thanks so much for... Since the very... And in that time, if you're ever in need of a... We'll keep an eye out for you.
Thank you very much. I can rest and relax at this station 2 now.
Order completed. Well done.
Anything you want me to deliver to the Lone Wolf? Thank you. I will take it.
Order accepted. Thank you.
To the Lone Wolf I go. Get my sniper rifle. And then, I know there's an aid request to go kill 5 bandits, and I'm going to feel pretty awesome doing that with a silenced sniper rifle from the back of my pickup truck, which I'm then going to use to go loot the bodies and raid the base. Ha ha ha! That's what you call quality of life progression, kids. Story? There's a story in Death Stranding 2? I'm having too much fun building highways. I haven't even gotten to the zip lines, man. Zip lines were my favorite part about the first game. I loved building zip lines in the first one. That was so much fun. Oh, my vehicle is taking some damage too. I'm gonna have to take the time to repair my truck. It's got some rust. Right? It's a Norman Reedus simulator, including shower time with the old Reed for the people who are into that kind of stuff. Soap up and lather off. Oh no, and there's more rain right when I'm talking about needing to like repair my vehicle. Come on. I think the thing I like about this game the most is the fact that it has the action portions spread out between lots of this. Because I'm not a huge fan of like the combat in this game because the aiming is wonky and I'm just not very good at it. The story is a little weird in some places, but overall it's good. But I do enjoy like running around and running into things. I enjoy driving around and getting all the vehicles and building the highways. It's weird because I think before Minecraft, which was, I think I started playing that about 3 years ago with my nephew, I never really got into like the building stuff. Like, even like the old MMOs that I used to play, you never really built your bases. You just you'd build the interiors, you'd flesh out the interiors and decorate them. You never actually built stuff. And then this whole, like when I saw the Crosswinds trailer the other day, I was like, oh, that looks fun. And I'm like, I think I have sort of really come to appreciate the crafting survival games now. Not even the survival games so much, but the crafting games, like being able to build lots of cool bases, like Enshrouded. Like I honestly can't wait for Enshrouded 1.0 to drop. I had a great time in the early access a couple years ago, but I have not played it since then. And there's so much new stuff that by the time I get around to playing 1.0, it's going to be like a brand new game, which is going to be really cool. All right, moment of truth. This better be it.
And you just don't. I don't know where you find the energy to do all this.
There we go.
You've gone
There it
out of your way for
is.
us time and again. Consider
Super
this an
lightweight
expression of my
variant.
gratitude. Take it.
Retains all the features of the base mode, including range and variable scope. And it has a silencer on it.
I'm going to increase your material allocation.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Ooh, what did I just get for that?
Can't tell you how grateful. I thought I'd grown. You're a man of many. I look forward to some. And if you ever happen to be, you'll always be. Order completed. Well done.
Most important thing right now, fabricate that rifle. With a suppressor for covert ops. Fuck yeah. Hang on, tool rack. Recycle and store. We're gonna recycle the old Trank sniper rifle. Very awesome. All right, now I want to strip his base for every bit of materials that it has. I want every single special alloy you have. I want every single ceramics that you have. How many does he have here? He has one of those or two? Hang on, let me get rid of the, I don't need special alloys. Hold on. I need ceramics. Available to claim. I don't quite understand that, but okay. He has one. Okay, I think that's it. He's got that. Metal. Yeah. Wait. That's adding to mine. Okay, yeah. So, oh, I could also claim. Okay. Oh, so I see how this works. I wasn't understanding it. There's a total that he has, and then you have to micromanage the okay. You have to micromanage each like stack of things to get it to take what he has. Oh no, am I out of space? I think my truck is fully loaded.
Reliable as ever. Cheers, mate.
Oh my god, look at the rainfall. Oh my god, my truck is almost toast. That's not good. We need to fuck out of here and deliver this stuff. I did not realize that it was sitting there in the rain the whole time. That's not good. We got to go. I don't know how damaged I am, so let's just... We got to move it. We've got to move it. Sitting out here in rain. It's fine. I didn't even think about that, man. For some reason I was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm doing material management. Meanwhile, my vehicle's out there turning into a rust bucket. Wait, is that the... Yeah, it's the next one down the road. What am I missing? 400 metals? I'm still not gonna have enough ceramics. It's gonna be close. It's gonna drop off the rest of the middles of this other one. And I gotta get down the hill to prepare my boat.
Stretch my legs.
Well, I still need boatloads of ceramics and a boatload more metals. I'd be curious to see if the mine has enough crystals to finish this last portion. But I gotta get back before I lose my truck. I think the Magellan is parked at the government base. I think if we get down the hill enough, the rain will stop. I'm gonna stop at the mine really quick because I'm genuinely curious if it keeps producing even when I'm not there. I think the rain is stopping. Yeah, I gotta go back there eventually anyway for Equestria Brom because I have a quest to clear out like 5 bandits. So at some point. Oh, what the fuck are those? Ah! Oh, it totally does. Dude, I need to come back here more often. This place is constantly dropping new ceramics. Ah! They're attacking my vehicle. Oh no! Hang on, I gotta go back up the road really quick because I might have enough ceramic. I don't know how much I just picked up, but I'm gonna run back up Griffin Road and see if I have enough section of the road. Just because. And I need to remember, because if that's automatically producing ceramics, I need to check back in there on a regular basis. Too bad I can't hook up a monorail to there and be like, automate that process. Yeah, rain, I know. I'm gonna regret this decision if my truck breaks down, but I'm like, ceramics! Just needed a few more ceramics to finish this stupid thing. Because if I can get this portion built, I don't have to climb up the mountainside anymore.
Okay.
Yes. I have enough. That's all I care about. Yeah, buddy. I just finished the hardest portion of that now. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay. The rest of it, we need so much more metal and everything else that... But, I'm very happy that I got that portion of the road done. Because now I don't have to drive up the stupid cliffside anymore. We have an official highway. And we just gotta try not to like ramp our vehicle off the edge, which I am prone to do. Ah! Don't scratch your nose, bro. Yay! Well, I feel like I accomplished some pretty cool stuff this morning. I built a huge section of that highway. I got my silenced sniper rifle. We didn't progress the main story today. We did build the monorail. So we did progress the story a little bit in that we built the monorail. But that's the only portion of the main story today. Everything else was getting the lone commander to 5 stars and trying to build this highway up to him as close as we could. Even so, I'm going to count that as success. I am going to be taking a break here for breakfast and a walk to the park. So I'll be back in about 30 minutes to an hour with Dune Awakening. And we will be moving on to the second portion of our morning streams. So if you want to stick around for all that stuff, I will be back in a bit, but we are wrapping up this session of Death Stranding 2 for today. What is the date today, by the way? I don't even know. June something. 28th. And we have a long road ahead of us with Death Stranding 2. I do not have a time limit for this game because I don't have any new releases happening in July until the Destiny 2 launch on July 15th. So we're going to be taking our time with this. I'm going to be doing I don't know that I'm going to do a completionist version, but I am building everything that I can find, doing all the sub orders, all that stuff. I may not do every single one of these bases to 5 stars, but I definitely wanted him because we got the sniper rifle. That was a big one. So if you want to add me on PlayStation Network to do Strand contracts, just hit me up. It's Renfail. I'll catch everybody here in a bit for Dune Awakening, and if you are playing Death Stranding 2 or watching for the Death Stranding 2 streams, I will see everybody tomorrow for more Death Stranding 2. Have a great day, everybody. And don't forget, if you missed any portion of the streams, these are getting cut out as 30-minute episodes over on YouTube for its own playlist, so you can also check it out there if you ever miss anything from the live streams.